Could you just perhaps give an example of a company, a real live one, and how long it took, that type of thing? Yeah, a foreign company, yeah.
Yeah, sure, sure. So a third of the companies that we invest are international. We help bring
Yeah,
them come in.
yeah,
A third are cross-border, which are
yeah,
basically international, and a
yeah,
third are local, where we
yeah,
help them
yeah,
grow up in China, but maybe there's an international
yeah,
angle.
yeah.
So one of our companies is called Allsome. Not awesome like the American style, Ellsome.
Oh, okay.
B2B company, kind of like a B2B, B2B2C.
Yeah,
So there's a pretty amazing thing in China called Taobao. It's Alibaba, and you can buy anything in China extremely inexpensively. Now, the cool thing is that international customers, consumers all around the world, can get access to something like Taobao called AliExpress, or in Southeast
yeah,
Asia, Lazada, which is owned by Alibaba.
yeah,
The funny thing that most people don't know is that for the same product from the same factory, from the same seller on AliExpress, they're paying double
yeah,
the price on Taobao. Now, you can't get a Taobao account unless you're Chinese and have
yeah,
a Chinese ID and a Chinese cell phone number and a Chinese bank account. So that's how they sort of limit things. We've solved that problem by creating a bridge where anybody around the world, through their local seller, can get access to Taobao products. Now, the biggest problem with e-commerce can be returns. Color is wrong, right?
yeah, yeah,
The issue is if you're buying something that's $5, you're not going to send it back to China. So we built a logistics system and a warehousing
oh,
system where the product will come from Taobao to us, and you can see the little tracking that from in China it's moving in a little map, right?
yeah,
And then they go to our warehouse and we take it out, we check size, we check color, we make sure it's right.
yeah,
Okay, looking pretty good. Then we repackage it, put our own label on it, and send it out of the country to the consumer. So the consumer, which is actually knows where the product is.
yeah,
So they know when they're going to get it.
yeah,
Because half the thing is, okay, I bought something, but with AliExpress, sometimes it takes a month, sometimes it takes 2 weeks, sometimes it takes 2 months,
yeah,
sometimes it never shows up.
yeah,
So with us, you always kind of know where it is. And then it's not that we get fewer returns. Nobody ever returns anything, but we have fewer incorrect products
right,
because we tested it out. And so that's really working well. And we started off China to Malaysia, and now we're going China all over the place. And their net revenue, started off pretty small, pretty small. They went through the batch about a year and a half ago, and then just in the last 6 months, they've really hockey sticked up, and they're well north of seven-figure net revenue, not income, net revenue. But it is a quite impressive curve. They did that basically unfunded. So a lot of our companies, it's not like have an idea, raise money, then then deliver. So we put in capital. We're probably the richest accelerator in Asia, and that with us and our Australian syndicate partner, Artesian,
mhm,
we put in about 170K US. So the companies are reasonably well funded for a startup. And most of our companies, they're already doing at least 10K US monthly net revenue.